Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. Now, I've been watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta recently, and I have to make a video on the state of Kenya and Cynthia's relationship. Now, if you don't know, Kenya and Cynthia are good friends on the show, but recently, Kenya pulled a stunt that made me side-eye her. In the last episode, she almost ruined Cynthia's surprise engagement to her boyfriend, Mike Hill. Mike was planning a proposal and Candy did mention it to Kenya in confidence, but Kenya ruined the surprise.
I'm telling you, I feel like he might propose tonight.
No, you don't think he's gonna do it tonight? Like, I don't think he's gonna do it tonight.
Why would you bring that up to her? I mean, when you and I are talking on our own,
Okay, come on.
that is not cool.
As you can see, Candy was very upset, and I don't blame her. In the next episode, Candy and Cynthia are going to confront Kenya, but before I get to that, I do want to talk about the reason why Kenya might have ruined Cynthia's surprise. Now, it's a possibility that it could have been done for a storyline, but I don't think that's the main reason. Kenya is miserable in her marriage. A lot of us have heard the news that Kenya did separate from her husband, Mark Daly, and I have a feeling that Kenya's misery in her marriage kind of made her unintentionally, but intentionally ruin Cynthia's surprise, because sometimes when a person is miserable, they don't want to see other people happy, and I think this is the case here. Now, I do want to talk about Kenya and Mark's relationship really quickly. When Kenya and Mark announced their separation, we didn't really know the reason why they separated in the first place. I kind of assumed they separated because Mark really didn't want to be on TV and he didn't like the fact that Kenya was on TV. So I thought that was the root of their contention, but there was more to it than I expected. Last week, they gave us a glimpse into their relationship, and honestly, you could tell that these two are just not compatible at all.
Don't know.
You know, Mark did want a prenup. We don't have one.
You guys want a prenup?
No.
Like, he didn't even want to have the conversation.
We never talked about a prenup.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, you're revisionist history.
No, I'm not. We definitely talked about a prenup, and you said you didn't want one.
I never had a discussion about prenup, because for me, you bring a prenup to me, it's over. I'm not gonna marry someone if I have a prenup. If you like with me, you all the way with me. Or you're not with me.
I started off my career in the entertainment industry. I was a corporation since I was 17 years old. I'm a self-made person. Now, if you help me build something, that's different. But if I had something to do,
I helped her do Kenya more hair care. Kenya more hair care was a mess. I helped her. I never had to say
Excuse me?
It was a little messy. So I'm like, here's how we're gonna fix it. Do this. That's what we do.
Mark's a dirty player. He's the type of person that'll grab dirt off the ground and throw it in your face.
What have you seen in this 2 years? Y'all still newbies.
No, it's true. Honestly, we're different in a lot of ways. Ken likes a little flash, you know what I mean?
So when you say flash, though...
Let me finish before I...
Okay.
Because you're jumping in, and you gotta respect the conversation. Opposites attract, but you gotta respect people for their differences. And it's fine, but for me, I don't want to be Mr. Flashy. The flash it's not real.
I don't necessarily think I like flash. I'm a self-made person, and so I'm very proud of that fact. So with that said, I remember we had a conversation about me driving a Bentley before we got married.
So no, I didn't say that.
What did you say about my car?
Can I respond? I didn't say about the Bentley. I said, let's take care of the house before we take care of the Bentley.
But my house is paid for. So if I want to buy a car,
there's priorities.
it's my money. If I want to drive a Bentley, so be it.
Just from listening to that conversation, you can see they have a lot of differences when it comes to finances and when it comes to lifestyles. But honestly, it goes beyond just having differences. It seems as if Mark purposely argued with Kenya on everything, and this is happening on national TV. And I can imagine how embarrassed Kenya must feel watching that. But it's painfully clear that Mark doesn't like Kenya. He dislikes her so much that he was willing to take up for her nemesis, Nene, over her.
Nene was nice to me the first time I met all of you. People tell me things about her, but she showed me the ultimate respect. Let me tell you what she did when I met her. She said, "Hi, Mark. Let me introduce you to my husband." I found that to be an incredibly respectful thing. She's nice to me. I'm not gonna dog her.
I have to remind Mark When you found out that Nene said, what am I carrying, like a buffalo or something, you got very offended by that because she was talking about your unborn child, and that made you extremely upset.
It's inappropriate comment, but did she reach out to you after and try to apologize?
No, she actually didn't.
You told me she reached out to you.
No,
and texted
she
you.
never tried to apologize. And I don't think she's ever apologized for anything.
So I don't know why does Nene have friction, but that's not me. So I don't have a problem with the woman. The woman's very nice to me.
So that whole scene kind of gave us a glimpse into how messy Kenya and Mark's marriage really is. And I'm not really going to point the blame at anybody because we don't really know what goes on behind the scenes. I don't know what Kenya said or did to Mark to make him dislike her so much. Maybe the Kenya he dated was different from the one he married, and he kind of resents the fact that he married her without getting to know her first. Or maybe he just wants to check out of the relationship because he has his eyes on somebody else. But one thing that's very clear to me is there's a power struggle between these two. Mark is an alpha male and Kenya is an alpha female. And obviously when you put alpha personalities together, they will bump heads. They both have a different way of looking at things. They have a different lifestyle. They have different personalities. They're just different in every single way. So unless they both are willing to compromise, their relationship may not last. And I really do want them to work out. I really do, because at first it seemed like they were in love, but that period didn't last long. So I do hope they get some counseling and really make some changes, because if they don't, their marriage probably won't last. I will say all of this does make me concerned for Kenya because there's a lot at stake for her. She wants her family to be intact for the sake of her daughter, Brooklyn, and also she knows that there's no prenup, so she's very desperate to make her marriage work, and it's a very stressful time for her, and stress like that can make people unhappy. And sometimes when a person is unhappy, they don't want other people to be happy. And this is why I feel like Kenya ruined Cynthia's surprise, because she's miserable in her relationship and it doesn't really help to see her friend Cynthia happy in hers. Kenya sees how Mike treats Cynthia and she notices the difference between Mike and her husband Mark. Mike seems to be more confident and more secure in himself. He also loves and supports Cynthia, and that's something Kenya wish Mark can do right now. So I do believe that Kenya is a little bit jealous of Cynthia's happiness. Now, Candy and Cynthia did confront Kenya for spoiling the surprise, and this is what happened.
I had a conversation with Mike because it bothered him. If you knew that he was trying to do it to surprise me, you know, why bring that up to me?
You know what? I just felt it, and you know, we always have conversations about my premonitions on things.
Right. And I said, I was like, oh, here you go, this psychic
it
stuff.
was, and it's always
It wasn't
right.
a premonition, though.
It was.
What conversation did you guys have?
You can say it. You can say it.
All right. She and I we already had a little argument about the situation. Basically, that night, Kenya texted me, and I was like, just letting her know she need to hurry because I think he's about to pop the question. So when she came in,
And I responded by saying, I think so too. So all I said was, when I walked in, I was like, oh, I'm excited. I think he's gonna propose tonight.
But my thing is just like, why would you do that?
Okay, so you're making it seem like I somehow like ruined her proposal or anything like that. First of all, let me just say this. I am happy for you. And don't ever sit here and try to question why I said this or this, that, and the other, because that right there, I ride for her heart.
I'm not gonna lie. If that were my friend, it would make me wonder, like, are you really my friend? Oh, come on. Who would steal somebody's happiness like that? That's just weird to me.
Was I too excited? Did I open my big mouth and say something? Probably, because I was that excited. So if that somehow translated to me messing up a moment for you, I would die if that's the case. Before I just couldn't even show my face if that was the case with you and me.
I don't know. For some reason, I don't believe Kenya. I don't. I do believe she was trying to make up an excuse to get the heat off of her, but deep down inside, I feel like she was a little jealous. And that's not to say that Kenya is a malicious person, but she is human. And sometimes when a person is unhappy, they get triggered when they see other people happy. So I think it will be wise for Cynthia to make a mental note of this and realize that, Kenya might not be as happy for you as you think. So be very careful when you allow her to be a part of your wedding planning, because that's not the type of energy you need around you. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.